everybody, welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Today we're going to have some more paper doll fun, and this is the gal that we are going to be working with. She's got real pretty red hair and her green eyeliner, so I'd love to have you stick around, join in. It's going to be fun. I'm really having a lot of fun with these paper. I feel like Liz over at Buttons for Brains with her whatnots. I think Liz is on number 11 whatnots or whatever that she's creating. And if you don't know what her whatnots are, please go to her channel. I will link her channel and one of her whatnots videos in my description. And she's creating some really fun stuff for your journals. So this is another journal or scrapbooking page project I'm working on. So I'd love to have you stick around. It's going to be fun. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And if you're a returning subby, make sure you make a comment, because remember, I am collecting comments. I don't have my spreadsheet ready yet, but I'm going to be making my spreadsheet. I'm trying to get a little head on video so I can do some background paperwork. So the more you comment, the better chance you have to win a prize. April, May, and June, the end of June. I'll be giving away a fun little item. I don't know what that's going to be yet. So the comments will be collected, and whoever has the most comments will win. Okay, so let's get started. So these are some really fun images from Red Lead Paperworks. And whenever you order from them, I don't know if they still do it. When I used to order from them, they would always give you a freebie. And they sent these little seamstress, I call them seamstress dolls. They remind me of seamstress forms when you create a pattern. And you're sewing and you need to make alterations to your garment. So I'm going to use these. I cut a plain one out. I do not want to use a plain one because it's too plain. So where are my scissors? Carol, if you're watching, did your husband pop over and take my scissors? Because I have no idea. Oh, there they are. Got them. I didn't mean to accuse him of taking my scissors, but I know you for a while were missing your scissors, and you found out your husband had taken them on you. And if you haven't subscribed to Carol Laws yet, run over to Carol's channel and hit the subscribe button, because she makes amazing junk journals and ephemera. And Carol is just way too much fun. She won my giveaway of the romantic junk journal. I don't know if she's received it yet. I had to go all the way across the Great Pond over to Nottingham in the UK. And I know the mail, I don't know why. I've sent items to Liz. Liz and I had the collaboration for our yo-yo journal. And Liz, there was only one time it was held up because I put too much value on it and it got stuck in customs. But if I sent something to Liz over in Scotland, she would have it within, I'd say, 9 days. And when I sent Carol's out to the UK, it said it's going to take longer, which I don't really understand. So I'm making this as of today, when I'm making this video. I haven't heard anything from Carol. I don't think she's gotten it yet. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, you've seen in my other videos where I've already glued the heads on. I'm not going to do that. I want this, I'm going to try to get this in my yo-yo journal, and I don't know if I want to put it in my yo-yo journal or another journal. I'm having a terrible time figuring out what to put in here. I just sent Liz a message. I haven't even shown it yet. After I received it back from Liz, I'm really having a problem with creative. I have no creative mojo for the journal, and I feel bad. I can't think of anything to put in it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe because it's back and it's mine, and I don't know. Before, when I was creating, this is just a piece of leftover manila envelope, and I'm making my base out of this. So I measured the pages in the yo-yo journal. They're 8 inches tall. So this is 8 inches. Well, this is a little less than 8, so maybe 7.5. I just want to make sure if I put this in my yo-yo, and I would advise you, unless you're making it for a scrapbooking page and you're working on 12 by 12, it wouldn't matter. But if I put it in my yo-yo journal, I'm just trying to find a full page here. I don't want it to come down much past that. Okay. So I'm just going to use this as my little template. And actually, what I will do is I'm going to cut it down even a little bit more, because I just want it to be kind of at the base right here. All right. And then that way I'll know what I'm doing, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm just going to, let's see here. I'm going to bring this in a little bit. I may have to redo this. I haven't really thought this out. All I know is I need a base underneath this here. And I think that'll be okay. Just something to glue my strips of paper down on here. Okay. All right. And actually, I think I guess I'll use glue. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I've seen a few of these on Pinterest, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun to do. But I never went to their site or anything like that to try to see how they do it, or I'm like, oh, that's easy enough. I can figure that out. So here's my base, okay? I just want to bring this over a little bit more like that. Okay. All right. So her head will go on last, I think. I don't know. Now, what I did was I pulled out some of my, let's get this here. I've pulled out some birds, some fussy cut birds, some fun birds. Bird is the word. I'll just show you the size of them that I'm using. That's too big. That's too big. I want to use some smaller. Maybe that one. Possibly this one. Here is a green. So I'm picking out some smaller, more colorful birds, because my papers are kind of brown and muted, because I want the colors to come through her dress. We're going to make her a gown or a long skirt. I want the colors of the birds. Oh, let me put these away. To come through. The other thing I pulled, which I don't know if I'll use, but I'd love to use them. I may use them, may do it a different one. I pulled out some fish. And I thought these fish would be a lot of fun to partake in her collaged dress. So like I said, I really don't know how this is going to go, but I thought I'd give it a try. Here's a couple more little birds. And I think it's just fun. We'll play with some paper. Oh, here's another little bird. I just have a bunch of stuff on the side here that I pulled. Do's and don'ts. So I pulled a bunch of scrap paper, okay? This is left over. Oh, here's another little fishy. Don't want to use that. That's a silver gray. I pulled just some book papers, scrap papers, crinkled up papers. And I like this peach color. I thought it would go well with this in her hair. And this is just, again, these are just old scraps that I have laying around. I'm not using anything new. I may incorporate some flowers, but I thought we would dress her. We're going to play with our paper dolls today, and we're going to dress her. And I'm not going to glue anything down just yet. When I start to make her dress, I'm going to use my tape gun and just put a little tiny bit of tape down. And then when I have everything in place, then I think I will start, I'll start gluing. I think that'll be, that way I can lift things up and reposition things as I go. I guess I could probably use some distressed ink to give some dimension to the layers and stuff. Let's see, this one here. This, I think, what I did was ahead of time, I cut 2 end pieces, or not cut, I ripped and I tore. These were already somewhat torn. And you'll get the gist of this. And I ripped and tore these to make the shape of her dress. And the only thing, again, if you get your 2 outside ones done, I could make a really cool pair of bell bottoms there, which would be awesome. If you're going to put this in a journal, just be mindful again of your height. So you're going to have, and we can always take some off the bottom, but if her head is up here, okay, we're already at 9. So what I would do is I would get my, I don't want to call it a template or whatever, but so we're at 8. So basically it's right at the end of this, depending, again, I don't want to bring, because I want to leave that bust up there. And we're working with, if I put this in here, I just don't know. I don't know. Liz, help me. Okay, so it would be 5. 5 inches would be the widest part. Oh, and we got plenty of room. I mean, I can even spread that out a little bit. All right, so, okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to rip here to make that 8 inches. And I guess we will just have to work with that, right? So let's just make this simple. Let's find this page again. And again, I don't know if I'm going to put it in here, but just in case I do, I just want to make sure it's going to fit. And then her head, we would have to move this down a little bit. and then her head. Okay, so she is just, I may have to bring this up a little bit. Okay, so I would put that. All right, so this is where it's going to have to be. So seeing that these have to be here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these right now on here, okay? And that'll just make it all that easier for me. All right. And then her head would be here, because I really don't want to take anything else off the bottom. Okay. All right, so that's good. So now we have our height. We've determined the height. And now we can start building. And this is where the fun comes in. This is going to be a fun little project. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to glue this down because I may want to tuck things in here. So if I take, say, this paper here, I'm going to want to tuck this in, okay? Say like this. And you're just going to start layering. And again, I don't want to glue anything down just yet because I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay. And I really do, let's see. And I'm going to try not to have any square or flat edges on this. And because I am very linear, I can't have my like numbers going off to the side, or I know it's weird. I think I'm going to get, I like this so far right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think I'm going to distress the sides of these just a little bit. I don't have to go all the way down because you're going to want that dimension. I'm not going to do it on everyone, but I will do it on these. I'm not going to do it on the peachy colored paper. And I mean, I'm already thinking about some different things I can do on this that would be just so much fun. So I'm going to just take the tops of these and I'm going to glue this down here. And I have to get that, so just excuse me 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we're going to glue that. This we are going to glue right here. And I'm going to leave this. Well, I was going to, my glue spread a little bit, but I'm going to just kind of leave that crinkled over a little bit. Okay, so the next thing I am thinking about doing, and again, I don't want to glue this down just yet because I may want to tuck something in underneath there. So let's see. Let's try. Let's try a bird. I want to put this down here like that. And again, I'm not going to glue because I want to see how this is all going to play out. I just want to bend this back a little bit because it's curling forward. Oh, let's see, let's see. I could put that up there across the, I don't think I want to do that though. Would cut maybe this one out if I use this. I don't want to cover a lot of that up. I like that there. And I also brought out my postage stamp book that maybe I could put something up in this area. I have these love stickers. That might be kind of cute. We could create a belt style on her dress. We could add a butterfly stamp. So I brought my stamp book out. I want to get kind of like the bottom of her dress done first. That's a double fish. I don't want to use the double fish. I might go with the birds right now. Maybe something like that. I need a bird going to the right. Oh, here we go. We've got this bird here, which I could cut the tail off. Maybe that could be poking out. I like the idea of the birds poking out up around here. I'd want to get a smaller bird. I'd hate to waste, because this is a really cool bird. I hate to waste the whole bird on that. But if I did like a little parakeet, and then we have this bird here. Maybe this one is too much. And this is where you just kind of have to use your, kind of have to use your judgment. I like this little bird popping out here. So we're definitely going to use this bird. So I'm going to take, we're going to take this parrot. Sometimes I hate to cut these images up. It's a thing with me. But if I don't cut them, I'm never going to use them. But maybe that's the whole thing. I don't want to use them. Isn't that awful? Okay. Whoop. My things are getting sticky here. All right, so here we have that bird there. And I like this bird here. And I think I'm going to leave these little crossbars on, because he's going to need something sitting on. Okay, so this, I'm just going to glue him onto the top. of this right here. Okay. And then I'll be able to work with that. Okay, so he is there. We have this little bird here. I'm going to get some crinkle ribbon, because I think adding some crinkle ribbon, and I want to coordinate it here. Let's see. I don't want red because that clashes with her hair. We're not using any pinks or reds, okay? Because that's just, we have some green, but I do have a brown in here. The brown might be pretty. Although the green would pick up her eyes, doesn't it? But I don't like that green. I like the brown. This is too light. Don't want that, and I don't want this grayish brown. I think we'll use the, this darker brown here, okay? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crinkle this right up. So I'm going to use that there, and I may use a little bit. Oh, I know what I'm going to do for her neck. I already know what I'm going to do there, okay? So we've got this going on. Let's finish her skirt, because I think we have a lot more to add. I think that'll be fun. I broke out, I know I don't want to I have so much here. I also broke these flowers out, and I thought these would be pretty to put on her dress as well. So I want to get a tall, thin one, maybe something that comes up like this. It's still kind of big. I need something tall and narrow. We have a rose here. I don't like that. That's a little too skimpy. I can bring that down a little if I have to. Or we could add, I don't want to add that over there. I would like to add, I do want to add a stamp. I think a stamp would be pretty over here. And I think if we did something in red again, because we have the red parakeet over here. Let's move this over a little bit. And I seem to be using these a lot lately. We have the International Peace Garden. Let's see what else we have. I don't want to use all of them up. We have some red tulips. Although, again, see, I wanted to use this in a strip, so I don't want to take that apart. We have the love, though. That would be cool, because it would go, if I use that, it would go with the purple. It would go with the purple flower. And we have the red, so that could be cool, but that looks a little, I don't know if it's a little domineering. I don't want to bring black into it. I could do this all day. I think so far the peace rose may be the one. This here has the green. You just have to be careful what colors you want to bring in if you want to introduce a new color. I don't need a stamp with a bird on it, because we already have our birds. I don't want to bring in any yellow with the red. I want to do that. I don't really want to bring in, I'm going to do this just for color, but I don't want to bring in a green, a soul green. I think I'm going to end up using that stamp there. I think that is just, it's subtle enough, but yet it adds something special to it without being overbearing. So I think that is going to be the stamp there. So we're going to add that down at the bottom. That is going to go right there because we have this coming down. All right. And I don't think I'm going to add another. I could add another little flower there. I could do that. That would be pretty there. Or maybe I could put that one there. And I could put this one over here. Although I'd kind of like to bring something a little bit taller up. Oh, see, I keep going back to that one there. I think that tulip is too, I think that's too much. We don't want that much. I think maybe this would be good here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to definitely add this one. I'm still on the fence about the other one. But this one I will add. And we'll just cut this off the bottom. And I don't think I didn't ink these bottoms up, which need doing. Okay. All right, so we have that. All right. This I have to snip off a little bit because that's peeking out the other side. Okay, so I'd like to add something here. And what that might be, I'm not sure. I would like to add another flower, but it might not be a pink or purple one. I mean, that's the same one. I could put that down there, which I do like. I just think I want a little something different there. All right, so let me think about that. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add the, I'm going to add the ribbon. And for that, I'm going to get my 3-in-1 to do this here. We'll just put some glue there and then we'll just start playing. We'll just start playing with this here and getting it on and folded up and crinkled. And we'll do this. I'm going to have to hold it for a minute, and then wherever it doesn't take, I'll have to come back and cut a little bit. I'm just going to take this extra in case I have to work with that. I don't want to cut it too short. And I can even wrap that around if I choose to on this side. Okay. So I'm going to have to hunker this down a little bit better And then I'll have to clip it until it dries. Okay, so I'm going to clip this like that. And I'm going to get another clip, and I'm going to clip this side here. And I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes. So I'm going to take a pause. And then once this is dried, we'll be back to continue working. All right, so I believe this is all dried. I just tucked that one back, and we're all set for the her little belted area. Then I found this. I cleaned my desk up a little bit. I got rid of everything I'm not going to use. Push that to the side. I did find a spot for all these little heads that I had cut off from previous projects. So I thought that would be kind of cute to use. So I found this one, and I'm going to, I want to add just a little bit more floral on each one of these. So I decided not to, totally put it over there. So I want to add just a little tiny bit more over here. And I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to cut that like that. And I'm going to put that, I just want a little bit more bulk over on this side here. And if I can get these are pretty easy to get off, but sometimes it gets a little dicey. So I'm going to add that there. I just wanted that little extra something. This one I'm going to add right over here on this side, right down there. I think that will be good. I think I'm just going to trim this little tiny bit off here and stick this right down there, right in that little point. So I think that's good like that. I don't know if I want to add another little something here. I just want her dress to be full and fun and creative. So maybe over here on this side, and I do like the red, I could just tuck just maybe a hint of a little bit of red coming out. I don't know, I'd have to rip that. I could add that little bit there like that. And then maybe this one I could just add a little bit down there like that. I just want a little splash of color. So I think this would be good. And I'm just going to tuck my glue bottle, if I can, underneath here. I guess I'll just take it out. This is where it all gets a little, I think it gets a little dicey. And then I'm just going to start gluing down these little layers here, because I think these are good. I don't want to overdo it. Okay. I'm going to get this down here first. And I'm going to want to put a little tiny something right there because I don't want that to show. Let me get a little piece of this, maybe. This one here. I'll do that. I'll just kind of cross that over. So I'll put that like that, okay? It sticks to my fingers and all right, so this here, and then I'm just going to, I'll rip that after because there is some glue coming down out of that. I don't want to do anything to my bird. My luck, I would rip it and I would ruin the whole shebang. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to rip that like that. Leave it. That'll be fine. Okay. All right, so we have that. And then I'm going to take, I glued that down too soon because these were kind of, I had them underneath, tucked underneath. But maybe I will put them on my next one. If I can't. I'm going to put that one there. I just thought these would be cute at the bottom. At the bottom of her dress. That one. That one there. And then this little one over here. I thought they'd be cute. So they are going to go on now. I knew I'd find a place for these little gals. Okay, so we have that lovely lady there. We have this lovely little lady here. And then we have this gal right here. There we go. There's her gal pals that she's toting around with her. All right, so now we're going to finish this up here. We're going to put her on, but I would like her to have some sort of scarf, or I don't want to use any more ribbon. I think the ribbon would be too bulky. So I could do something like this. My stamp over here. I could try something like this here. Could rip the bottom of that. Or I have this here. I could wad up a little bit more and make like a shawl style thing, which might be a little bit better. You could give her a high collar. I kind of have to cover. I feel like I have to cover this up a little bit. So this could be her, that could be her high collar. So if we do that, let's ink this up a little bit. And I'm thinking that maybe she needs to have a charm or something hanging off of her. So I could get my eyelet setter and let's see, how did we? And I could, if I get this on her like this, I don't like it that way. It's got to be, I inked it up and I kind of got rid of the design there. Okay, I like that. And then I could put an eyelet. I like that like that. Like she's got a little high neck, turtleneck style thing on here. All right, let's. Yes, this is tedious work, but I like it. All right, so that is that. And I think it would be fun to put a little, I can put a little eyelet in it once after I get it glued down. I don't know how much I have to glue, so I'm just kind of working piece by piece here. And I like how this is raised up a little bit. But I just think she needs a little jewel. Maybe she doesn't need an eyelet. Maybe she just needs a nice little jewel up there. So let me go grab something and I'll be right back. All right, so I got, ouch. Oh, I just rolled over my toe. Ouch. So I got my butterflies out. And we are going to give her some wings. So she can be free to fly wherever she wants to. And I'm going to keep the antennas on here because I don't know the placement just yet. And if this doesn't work out, I don't want to clip. I don't want to clip the little antennas off if I can't use this butterfly. But I thought this one would go really well. And it looks like I can. So I just have to find the right placement. Wish it was a little bit bigger. But you know what I can do is I can cut this in half. And now I can doctor it up. And I can move this out a little bit further. Okay, so see how you can do that? And we'll just move the wings out. All right, so let's get those glued down on our little Missy here. And I was going to do something with her. I do have a little pin here. I have a little brad that says free. So I think I will get that on as well. So we're going to put these right here as such. And I don't want to glue it down on my pad here. All right, so we have her with her wings. She's ready to fly. And I think I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put her little free. Watch me poke a hole, ruin the whole thing. Can you imagine that? When you think that you got it all going on, and so this is really cute. So she has her little free button on here. And I want to check on the height because I have an idea and I don't know if I don't think I'll have room. I wanted to put an upside down butterfly on her head because I thought that would be cute. But I'm going to leave her there unless I have a mini. I have a mini, sorry about that. I have a mini butterfly I can put in her hair. I don't have to do one upside down. And then when I go to put some ephemera in my yo-yo journal, we'll finish this off here. Because I already have a little saying that I want to add to this. And that'll give me a chance to break out the yo-yo journal with you and have some fun in that. So we're going to put the little butterfly right here. And then we will call it a day. I got to go down on my bike yet. I think I'll put it here. I haven't decided where I'm biking today. It's either going to be, I'm going back to Madrid because they have really cool bike paths there, or I'm going to go back to Italy. I'm not sure. So there is our gussied up, collaged paper doll. Isn't she cute? I just think she is adorable. So I will make sure that I put the Kleeblet design, Etsy shop in the description, and this is where you get all of these fabulous heads. And I just think this came out really cute, and it's going to look really cute in my I think I will put it in my yo-yo journal. So yay, Liz, I got inspired. I don't know, it's just very hard for me to get back into that. I just want it to turn out really good, and I don't know, but I think this is adorable. So everybody, thank you for joining in with me today. If you like this video, I'd love to have you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you comment. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope this encourages you to do just that. And I will see everybody in my next video. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.